Hello. So today I'm going to do a tutorial with you guys on how to do the SILT stitch. So here's just a small sample I worked up for you. It is just a repeat of 2 rows. All we need to know is double crochets and single crochets. It's friggin' cute, guys, okay? Reversible, like I said, super quick. Let's work this one together. Okay, so for this tutorial, I'm gonna work with a worsted weight acrylic yarn, and I'm going to be using a 5.5 millimeter hook. If you're wanting the stitch to look a little bit tighter, size down to a size 5 because it will work with either hook. I'm just comfortable with the 5.5. So to start the SILT stitch, we're going to do a slip knot just like this. And then we will work our foundation chain of any multiple of 3. So I'm going to work 21. To do a chain, we're just going to yarn over and pull through the loop to pull another one up. Yarn over our hook, pull through. That is a chain. So now I've worked 4, 5. I'm going to work 21 and then I'll meet you and we can work row 1 together. Okay, so that's 21 chains. You'll have something that looks like this. And then, like for most of my tutorials, but I will cover it again here, I don't like to work into this front V or under this bar behind the V. I like to turn my work over completely, and then I like to work into these back bars. And I find that gives a nice clean edge if you're not wanting to do a border on your work. So we've worked our foundation chain of multiple of 3. Let's work row 1 together now. We are going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook. So we have our work turned over. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So just mark that with like your nail or your finger so you know you're going to be working into this chain. We're going to work a double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook into that chain right there. Then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. This is going to leave you with 3 on your hook. You'll yarn over and pull through 2. And then yarn over and pull through 2. So this chain here, chain 3 that we skipped, counts as a double crochet, and then we have our next double crochet. So far in our row 1, we're working with 2 double crochets. And row 1 is super easy. We're actually just going to work double crochets all the way across this row. So find your next chain, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop so you have 3. Then you'll yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. One more time, we're going to work double crochets all the way across this row. So it is just going to be a row of double crochets, and I will meet you at the end and we can work row 2 together. Okay, so I'm just coming to the end of row 1. I've got a chain left, and because it was just a row of double crochets, that's what I'm going to work into this last stitch here. If I can get under it, there we go. And when you're done, you're going to have something that looks like this. So just a row of double crochets, very basic. Now we're going to work row 2, and row 2 is the first of our repeated rows. So this is a double row repeat, and this is the first repeated part. So we're going to chain 1, and that counts as a single crochet. What we're going to do is work 2 double crochets into this very first stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And work a second double crochet right into that same stitch. So if we're to look at this, our first stitch is a single crochet and 2 double crochets right into the same one. For the rest of the row, we're going to repeat this. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and into the following, work a single crochet and 2 double crochets. So skip 1, 2, and into the next, work a single crochet, which is just inserting your hook. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then into that very same stitch we just worked, we're going to work 2 double crochets. And this row is that easy. We're going to finish off our second double crochet into that stitch. Then we will skip 2 into the following, work a single crochet and 2 double crochets. And we're going to work that all the way across until the end of this row, and then I can meet you there and we will finish it off together. All right, so I've finished working my single crochet, double crochet, double crochet. And what I'm left with at the end of this row is a double crochet, and our turning chain, which counts as a double crochet. So we have 3 stitches left. What we're gonna do is we're gonna skip these 2, and into the very top of our turning chain here, we will work 1 single crochet, and that's how we finish off the row. So skip 2, and then right into the top of this turning chain, we will just work a single crochet. And that is how the row is finished off. So once we're done row 2, we're gonna have something that looks like this. So you can kind of see the textured little pattern from working all in the same stitch coming along nicely here. Now we're gonna work row 3. So row 3 is the second of our repeated rows, and this one's a super, super easy one. We're going to start with a chain 3, and that counts as a double crochet. We're gonna turn our work around, so we're not gonna work into the first stitch because that was our first stitch. And into the following, we'll work a double crochet. And then in every single stitch across, we're going to repeat that. Double crochets all the way across. So like I said, a super easy row. We really only have one semi-complicated row for this one, and the results are stunning. I will meet you, oops, I've missed a stitch here. Don't forget that little single crochet. There we go, and I'm going to continue working double crochets all the way across this row, and I will meet you at the end and we will finish this stitch off together. So I've come up to the end here. I've worked double crochets all the way across, and just I want to show you the end of this row because it is important. You have a double crochet here, then you have your turning chain. So if you remember working row 2, we worked a chain 1 and we turned our work, and that counted as a single crochet, and then we worked 2 double crochets. So 1, 2. So we're going to work into the top of this turning chain or single crochet as our last stitch. So we're still going to work into the double crochet, but I just don't want you to miss the single crochet of the previous row. So super easy still. We're going to work into the top of the double crochet, a double crochet, and then like I said, we don't want to forget to work into the turning chain of the previous row. So sometimes it's a little bit tricky, but just take your time, give it a little wiggle, and voila! You've got the end of row 3, and then you can really see how the double crochets kind of make the clusters pop. You'll really see it once I work a couple more rows. Let me show you. So like I said before, rows 2 and 3 are the repeat rows of this pattern. So just repeat it for however long you want your project to be or however long your pattern calls for. And then I will show you a larger sample swatch here shortly. Okay, so I'm just coming up to the end of my larger sample swatch. I'm just going to show you again. So if I decided not to, I guess not decided, but if I skipped working into that single crochet turning chain, it's almost unnoticeable, but if you really look, it'll be too short. So I know it seems like you shouldn't be working into the turning chain or that single crochet, chain 1, but if you don't, you're going to start having a project that tapers in. So that is why I just make such an importance. So I'm finishing up my larger sample swatch. I'm finishing up my row of double crochets or my repeated row 3, and I'm working into the turning chain. And look how freaking cute this is. So like I said, those double crochets kind of like make the clusters pop a little bit. It works up really quickly. It's beautiful. It's reversible, and we always like that. Super, super cute. Again, this is the SILT stitch, and I hope this tutorial helped you guys figure it out.